Hi, let's see what are structures and unions. In C, for a structured programming approach, we'll be seeing the general structure and union and comparison, the difference between the structure and union. Now, what is a structure? A C structure is a collection of different data types which are grouped together, and each element in a C structure is called a member. Now, to access a structure member in C, structure variable should be declared. These are the rules for structure in C. Many structure variables can be declared for same structure and memory will be allocated for each separately. This is a very important point to remember, as memory allocation in case of structure happens separately. That is the major difference between the structure and the union. We will see how it happens. Now, C structure is a collection of different data types which are grouped together, as we told. So here will be the data types which will be put, and each element in a C structure is called a member. So this is, as it is written over here, is a member definition. And the most important thing, structure is used to represent a record. A structure is used when in a school you have a number of students and each student has a name, address, telephone number and parents' name, their admission numbers. So all of them have to be grouped together and they should represent that one student. If we store it in the different variables, we will not be able to group them together. So structure is used to represent a record. That is, if I put the student's enrollment number or the roll number 1, then it should be able to display the complete record of that particular student. This is the basic need when we have to study database management system in the processing of database management. Structure plays an important role as it shows us how the records are created. These are the two simple ways in which a structure can be declared. Struct is a keyword which is compulsory, and the name of the structure, open and the close of the curly brace and the statements inside. And the second way of declaring is struct tag. It can be called as a name or a tag. Then the definition of all the members over here, whether they are integer, character, name, address, father's name, telephone number. And here will be the structure member through which I can access my structure. This is a simple example. We've taken a books as a structure. Each book has a title, author name, the subject of that book and the book ID. As you will see over here, I have declared the structure variable over here itself and it ends with a semicolon. So my structure name is books and it has the member functions as title, which stores the title, and it is character title 20 and each character takes 1 byte. So this will take 20 bytes. Character author 20, so again 20 bytes. Character subject 100, this is 100 bytes. And int book ID, integer takes 2 bytes. So 100 plus 20 plus 20 is 140 plus 2, 142. So total this structure takes in the memory is 142 bytes. This is one way of representing my structure. The second way is struct books, the similar declaration for members. Title 20, author 20, character subject 100, integer book ID, and it ends with a semicolon over here, and I can declare the structure variables later on. Struct books B1, B2 and B3. You will see this is an array of structures. That is, in this I can store the details of 10 books at the same time. Now this is how my structure will be accessed during the programming. This is my structure declaration. Now when I have to access the title of my book using an assignment statement very easily, this is B1, which is a structure variable. So B1 dot title is equal to SPA. So I am assigning the title with SPA. I'm sorry, I missed out a semicolon. There will be semicolon over here. Scanf, percentages, comma, B1 dot author. So I am scanning the name of the author over here. And here the book ID, so scanf %d ampersand b1 dot book ID. So this is how it will be stored. This is how we'll scan the variable name. This is how my accessing of structure members happen. Now let's take an example of an employee. It has employee name and employee salary. So what happens is I am taking as an array. So I need to store data for 5 employees. Here it is for 5 employees. I've taken an example for 3. We can change this loop variable to 5 for accessing. Now void details have come. This is a function which has been called from the main function. If we go, here is my main function. It says CLR SAR details and get ch. As I say details, my control will be transferred from here to this particular function over here. So phi is equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. Enter the first employee records as I plus 1 because I is starting from 0, so I have written I plus 1. Employee name, it is a string, so employee I dot ename. Ename is over here. And employee is my structure variable which will be used for accessing. This is employee as it is an array, so e of I dot ename. And enter employee salary, so percentage d emp in the bracket the index of the I and sal. So this is how it will be accessed for 3 members. And displaying the employees record, similarly I is equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. Employee's name, employee I dot ename, and salary is employee I dot salary. This is how the complete structure program will work. Now structure using a pointers. How do we access structures using a pointer? You will see here, this is a simple declaration, both remains the same. Struct student, marks, name, float average, marks, name, float average. The structure members are not declared over here. Now let's see what happens next. Struct student report. I need to create a report. This is a normal way of declaring. So here we'll say struct student, pointer report, and REP. So we declare 2 variables over here. One will be having the address and another will be used as a pointer to represent my structure. Now it is struct student report. So my variables were mark, name, and average. So I've put 86 as the marks, name as Anu, average is 92.2. Similarly for pointers, struct student rep, this is the variable, is equal to 86, Anu, and 92.2. Now because it is a pointer, so report is of the type pointer variable, so it should have the address of my rep. So I say report is equal to address of rep, so it stores my address now. This is a normal way of accessing my variables in a structure. So report.mark, report.name, and report.average will be the way it will be accessed when I'm writing a program. But when it comes to pointer, it will be report pointer mark. So this is used to represent minus and a greater than sign, which says it's a pointer variable. So report pointer mark, report pointer name, and report pointer average. There's only difference in how we access the pointer variables in a structure. Now let's see what are unions. Unions are quite similar to structure in C. Like structures, unions are also having a derived type, and the keyword is union, and rest everything, if you will see, remains the same. Then what is the difference? In structures, what we'd seen and have spoken already, that each member variable will be assigned a separate memory allocation. So the total memory taken by the structure was 100 plus 20 plus 20 plus 2 was 142. Whereas in case of a union, it takes the size of the maximum memory location. So here the maximum size is 100. So in union, the maximum memory size will be 100, and in unions, each memory variable, that is the variable that you will access, have to be immediately printed. Otherwise, it will be overwritten in the memory, as union uses a single memory allocation. Thank you.